Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. Let me put this down, and y'all can't see all that mess on the table. So, what's eating you? Uh, Laughing at me, silly fool. Mm-mm. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Did I say that already? Oh. Who else is live? Where's everybody? Hello. Let me check my other phone. Let me see who else is live, honey. Because I may have to come back, honey. Because y'all somewhere else. Where's everybody? Let me check my phone and see where everybody at. Hold on, laughing at me. Hello. Why am I doing all that when I got my TV on right here on YouTube? Girl. Let me see. Wait a minute now. Wendy Williams and ex-husband filed 250 lawsuit to end guardianship. Wendy in cahoot. Well, you know what? Kevin might be the way to get her back her money. Because nobody else can seem to do it. That means she back talking to Kevin again. Wendy girl. Wendy girl. I ain't gonna hold you. Kevin might help her get her money back. I can't believe they still got her in a guardianship. Wendy. Girl. Once they hit you with that mental issue, it's not easy getting out of it. I know that. I mean, I don't know it personally, but I know of people who were in that situation with these guardians. And these guardians are so cheap. They act like it's their money. I hope Wendy get out of this, especially because her guardians are not her family. They state appointed guardians and they are full of shit. I never met a guardian that I liked. They always gave us a hard time to access the client's money, even if it was their money. They never wanted to buy shit for them, even though it was their money. That guardianship stuff is crazy. But anywho, everyone, hello. Y'all know I'm bored because I've never come this. Was I already on live today? I can't even remember. I feel like I was live already today. No, I don't think I was. I don't think I was live today. Anyway, y'all, I'm live now. How was everyone doing? How was everybody doing? How was everyone doing? Oh, I know why I came live to promote my last three videos. Duh. I dropped the video on Peach. I dropped the video. What I dropped the video on? Oh my god. Girl, I just know I dropped 3 videos. That's all. I dropped 3 videos, y'all. Check them out. The algorithm is playing with me. It's not even showing my subscribers that I have new content out. If you are one of my subscribers, please turn on your notifications so that you are notified when I drop a video. Because I am really not. Where is my remote? The algorithm is not showing. Unless y'all just sliding right on past the video. I doubt it. So hopefully y'all will get a chance to watch the last 3 uploads that I just put out over the last couple of hours. Oh yeah, I did one on I did a video on Be Love because Facebook has a AI picture of her going around. They back on that. Oh my God, she gained so much weight. So they're like running that up, and so I did reaction to that, and that video was up, and then I did a reaction to Peach. Did I drop 2 Peach videos? I know I got another one I'm considering dropping, but now that I really know that she ain't doing a patrolling, the whole thing about her oldest son is not Woods. Girl should be going back and forth. I don't know. I feel like she trolling, but I already, I might post it anyway. She trolling. It's the end of the month. We all troll. You know what I mean? We all troll. So it's the end of the month, and this is when we troll. We troll harder. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It's one thing to troll like that though, but when you know your kids is gonna listen to that shit or see it, I don't know if I'll be trolling on that. But you know, Peach ain't got no boundaries, child. She gonna troll however she troll. So I don't know if I'm gonna drop that. I probably will. It's the end of the month. Um, I swear I dropped another video. What is it? If I didn't lose my remote control, I would be able to tell you what it is. But that's really it. I got those videos out. Please, please, please go and watch those videos. And then I'm going to drop another video on my backup channel. That channel will not have anything pertaining to the usual suspects on this channel. That channel will not cover, you won't see no content over there about Peach or mukbang people. None of that. None of that. None of this content that's over here. Over there on the psychology backup channel is going to be it's just going to be me talking about current events. Current events. Current events. And using footage, which is tricky. It's so tricky using other people's videos because that's how they strike you. So, for using their content and not giving them credit or whatever. So, I'm going to try it out, see how it works out. And that's what I'm going to be doing on that channel. Oh, yeah, I did a video on production. I knew it was something. I did a video on production, which some other interesting things are happening with that, which I'm not going to share right now. But we'll see. You know how social media is. It's like something is hot for a moment and then it's not, and nobody cares, and everybody just goes on with their life and moves on to the next thing, and that's just the way it is. So we'll see. That might come out tomorrow. I might have to. I might do something tomorrow on that after I make a phone call. So that's really it. That's really it. I'm just want here to tell y'all, please go run up those videos. The production video did okay, but please go and watch like the other two videos. And then I'm gonna drop another video probably tomorrow because the algorithm is acting so funny tonight. So I don't know if y'all are post. Let me yo hold on. I don't see messages. If y'all messaging, I don't see them. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, hold on. All right, all messages. Um, so that's really it. I swear this is why I don't come live. I really don't have nothing to talk about. How do people come live every day? Oh my God. I don't come live every day because I swear I don't really have much to discuss. I just say it all in my videos and that's it. Did y'all watch my video on Peach's bathtub? That wasn't, some people are getting a little bit confused. That wasn't Peach tub. That was my tub. That was my fabuloso. That was my green pepper. Um, so yeah, I don't know. All we saw floating in Peach's bathtub was oranges, apples, bananas, kiwi, stuff like that. So that was not her tub. Although the tubs do look similar, and which I really hate that tub. When I tell you, I wish I never had them install that tub. But 25 years ago, that was the hot thing. You know, if you had that big tub in your master suite, and especially if you got the jets put in it, that was the shit. You know, but honestly, I would have rather had more space in the bathroom or two showers than to have that big ass tub. What's that tub called? Oh, I thought somebody was downstairs. It's a name for those big old tubs, but if I had to do my bathroom over, I would definitely have that tub removed. My kids used to like, wi- rarely, but they would like swim around in that tub because it was so big, and for a little kid, it was like a swimming pool. I'm good. I prayed up. So it's nice that she taking advantage of her tub because I swear for God, I only been in that tub, my tub, maybe two or three times. And that was only because my back went out and I wanted to soak in Epsom salt. And I was in a bathing suit. You've been kicking out the content lately. Girl, I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm off all summer. I ain't gonna make it. I must find me a job. I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. Plus, I don't want the summer to make me lazy. But you know, summer goes so. I mean, we'll be in July before you know it. So I'm like, girl, why are you? I find if I do get a job, like where? Because I'm gonna have to quit as soon as August starts. That dress. Oh, you like that? That's from DS Dressing, I think it's called. Dresses. I was telling people on the live the other night, if you have a channel and you want to be an affiliate for them, they'll send you 10 dresses like every 6 months. You go into their catalog and pick whatever you want. And they have dresses, pants, they have lingerie. I think they have shoes too because I just picked a pair of shoes. I just picked my next 10 items. But I usually, like, I pick for other people. Like, I pick different sizes. And then I just have whoever I picked it for, whoever my family want the outfit, and then I just have them do a video. I think that's DS dresses. It's not bad material either because a lot of their stuff is like under $10, but it's not like cheapy, like real cheap. But it's so funny because like if I go into stores like City Trends and some other, like stores like that, I see some of the same brands that I know, like they're coming from China, and really like how much they are, really, and then what the price is in City Trends or other places, because they're all the same vendors. Many of them are the same vendors. Same vendors sell on Amazon, Shein. If you go to Shein and compare Shein to Temu, it's the same stuff. It is absolutely the same stuff. And it's sometimes even the vendor might be a different vendor, but it's the same stuff because the manufacturer just sold it to do two different vendors. I did, Latrice, and they ate me alive. Oh, don't even bring it up. Ate me up. Ate me up. I was like, ugh, you will not see me again until the end of summer. I'm done with you. Yeah, I went and they ate me up. They ate me up so bad. I because remember I said I was going because I had a food voucher. I never even used it because I was so mad. Yeah, ate me up. Oh, where is your shop posted? What for Amazon? This is TikTok and Amazon, but mostly this is TikTok. My TikTok shop is Psychology Eats. That's my TikTok shop. If you go in the description of any of my videos, you'll see a link for my TikTok shop. When I sell stuff for Amazon, I have an Amazon too. Amazon is Psychology Eats also. If you go on Amazon, oh, you're on the TikTok shop. Oh yeah, yep. I'm on TikTok shop. On TikTok shop, I do. If I go live there, it's because I'm like selling these products. If I go live over there, I do drop some content. I was dropping like reactions because I was trying to get my followers up to 10,000. And so I was dropping content. So I'm at like 6,000. Because over there, in order to be monetized, you need 10,000. Anytime. You see the sign? My TikTok shop is open 24/7. Why is this blurry? My TikTok shop is open 24/7. Anytime. You could go in the showcase because sometimes they be acting funny. And on some of my videos, the links aren't there because sometimes people, like, people I know, I'm sorry, I'm wiping this off. People I know will call me and they're like, I wanted to order like that bag, but the link was not on the video. So you can always go like on my page, you hit like the showroom, and in the showroom, it'll show you everything that I'm selling or promoting. Did you see it? Mm-hmm. Like I got over 6,000. I got a couple viral videos over there, but it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. I mean, you got to fight for your life over there. You really do. And I'm not the going live every day, all day type of person, but over there, like, I had set a goal and I was like, I'm going to go live for 5 hours. Girl, I couldn't do it. But I need to do that. I need to do longer lives. Because some people over there, if you really, they be killing it. TikTok is harder. And TikTok will ban you so fast. They will ban you, kick you off the app, keep your money. I've heard multiple people say that. I know as a TikToker was just saying he was like his check was going to be $4,000, and he was supposed to get like they pay like Tuesday. Usually I get some like I get paid off of them for the TikTok shop, and so they pay every Tuesday. But let's say like I sold that bag, right? I sold a few of those bags. My commission on those bags might be only 80 cents per bag. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to sell a lot. You got to be a really big content creator. I'm hearing people complain that their YouTube views are down, way down. Even Beloved's views are down. They are. They are. One day, some really smart YouTuber, and there are some very smart YouTubers who understand the algorithm, that understand. And I follow a few of those channels. They're black um, men, and they have an understanding of the YouTube algorithm, and they call in racism. They're like, it's racist. Like, you think about when you're on YouTube, do you see a lot of white content creators come through? Do you see a lot of Hispanic content creators come through? They have sectors, huge sectors. We don't see them. You're seeing basically the same stuff. And with that, you're caught into this sector as the viewer and as us as content creators where we don't grow. And one day they're gonna piece it all together, and it's gonna be a lawsuit if that already hasn't happened. Have you diagnosed anyone today? I think that's what's really want from you, to make sense of some of the crazy going on in the world and to give us some encouragement to get through the week. I think I'll be doing that on the other channel. I think I'm gonna do that on the other channel because I did diagnose the father. I mean, the husband that killed the wife. I mean, unalived the wife. I ain't got her down packed yet about what was going on in her head, but him, I diagnosed him. But I think I'm gonna do more of that on that channel because I don't diagnose mostly everybody over here that I talk about. I've already diagnosed these folks. So I'll probably do that. Yeah, I am gonna do that more on over on that other channel. But girl, I got dragged. When I tell you I got dragged on TikTok, let me tell y'all what had happened. So, on TikTok, they just send whatever videos your way. That's one thing about that. I mean, they send everybody your way. Um, ADHD, she needs to be loved. Girl, she be all over the place. But so anyway, I was on TikTok. A video came up, and the title of the video was like the worst whooping I ever got. And the girl was saying that her mom had beat her so bad, and she was in her car, and she was showing the audience, this is where it happened. And she was kind of laughing and talking about this beating that was so bad, da da da. So then I commented, well, I mean, you're going to remember some things. We remember trauma events we remember in childhood. Why did I type that? Well, this heifer, she commented, it was no trauma event. I love my mother. My mother never did nothing to hurt me. So I commented back, well, it seems to me that I said, okay, well, if you say it wasn't trauma, okay, but can you tell me what happened the day before that event or the day after that event in your life? What stands out to you so much about that memory that now you can talk about it? It's called a flashbulb memory. So now you remember something that happened so many years ago. And she got even madder. So, on TikTok, they can take your comment and make another video from your comment. And so she did that. She made another video saying, this bitch. Always, people are always trauma dumping, da 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 da. You don't know what you're talking about. I had the best childhood of my life. And I said, Miss Ma'am, because, she's younger than me, but niece, um, oh, okay. You said it's not a trauma event. So maybe you should change the title of your video to the funniest worst whooping I ever got. Because then that's going to make more sense. Because the way you described it, that's not giving me it was the best day of your life type shit. I got to go back over there and see what she said. But anyway, people don't, I said all that to say that sometimes when I approach a situation or a comment in using psychology, people get mad. People get mad, and it could not, and maybe it wasn't a horrible like event for her. Maybe it wasn't. According to her, it was the funniest. It was so funny. So maybe that's it. But she even said, I don't know why I came back over here. I don't know what made me come back to where it happened. So, sometimes people don't want to hear it. I don't know why people, when people get some sort of a psychological label, they immediately get pissed. They don't. They immediately. It was just like when content creators and me was saying, all these diagnoses. I said that Peach may have, and her mom got so mad. Like, I would want a label to make it make sense. Like, you can't possibly think that people operate the way your daughter operates and they don't have some sense of mental health issues or diagnosis or something is going on. Just in the way her mood flip flops and all that dumb shit. And then most of the things, I mean, we can watch so many people on the internet today that will post something and they not acting. They like real life posting things that for the average person is so embarrassing. Like it's so embarrassing, but they don't have a sense of embarrassment. Like with Peach, like everything that she shared on the internet, she's not embarrassed by any of it. Like that within itself is weird. Like you're not embarrassed? What you just told us, that don't embarrass you? No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, her last post talking about her sex life. Like, what? What? Nothing. There's no shame. There's no limits. There are no boundaries. Nothing. That thank you prayed up. I agree 100%. 100%. Hi, Sunflower. Thank you for keeping us in the loop as far as production is. You're welcome. I'm a little concerned about production. Something is up. Something is definitely up with him, and I know that a lot of people do care. about his well-being, and there are some people who don't, you know, but that's on them. I must admit that I really don't give a damn about the what happens to him, and I get that. You know, I get that. I definitely understand the mental, but he had a chance to leave. They both had a chance to leave. You know what I mean? They both had a chance to leave. And I'm sure many people told them to leave each other. They definitely both had a chance to leave, but I mean, he's got his side of what happened. I can't share what he shared to me, but he's got his side of what happened. So, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see any comments that got deleted because they'll show me. I didn't see it. Peach embarrasses me and I don't even know her. It's secondhand embarrassment. 100%. I don't want either cultures thinking all black women act like that. Girl, you. Yes, Sunfire, stay tuned. Stay tuned with that whole situation. I'm being very careful because it's an open situation. It's an open case. It's very raw, you know, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned. We shall see. And I've gone through all those emotions too, like, oh my God, you know, why'd he do it? Blah, blah, you know, all of that stuff. And you wish you could turn back, you know, for them, the hands of time and just like, God, let's leave each other. Like, stop this. You know, you're hurting each other. You're threatening each other, whatever the case may be. So you see so many toxic relationships stay together. I mean, just happened, what, last week or 2 weeks ago when the husband unalived his wife on live. They have been in this toxic, ridiculous relationship for years. You consider yourself part of the Legion, and I'm definitely going to stay involved with your channel. Once again, thank you. You're welcome. I think the Legion was left really hurt. It's almost like everyone in the Legion, because I was in the Legion too, everyone in the Legion needed like grief counseling. Like they really needed grief counseling. Like an understanding of like people loved lips and people loved production. In most cases, not a lot of their followers knew about their toxic relationship. People just didn't know content. I mean, I'm a reaction channel in the mukbang sector. I never talked about it, even though I knew about it, because I had a level of respect for them, and I didn't want to, because they had gone through some stuff in the sector before, and I was like, I ain't gonna speak on that. They doing good. They channel is growing. You know, they doing well, you know, financially, you know, getting, you know, new cars, they got a new house, you know, so I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna drag up that shit. But it's just like you never know what's going on. Once those cameras go off, you don't know. We watched multiple couples in the mukbang sector break up. And a couple of them were breaking up behind domestic abuse. So it's happening. It happened in the mukbang sector. And which is another reason why I continue to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it because if anybody can get help or leave an abusive relationship, then that's what we want as mental health providers. You know, just to forget that they existed? No. That channel is just sitting there. It is. The brother should say something at least. The Legion needs it. I agree with you. I think after they did the balloon, you know, like, but I was thinking about this the other day too. That wasn't the brothers' thing. You know what I mean? The brother is not a content creator. The brother it sounds like the brother has his own life. He has his own career. He has his own family. Doing this kind of work takes time. Lips put a lot into his channel. And so the production, preparing all the food, preparing the food together, shopping for the food, setting it up. It's a lot. And that's just not what the brother does. So I can't blame him. I really can't. When I go to Georgia, the first thing my 6-year old granddaughter asked me to do is put on lips. Oh, she loved to and definitely loved to sing along. When they did the balloon, I cried for the first time. I know. I know. I cried when I first found out. And in my head he had died of a heart attack. I was like, "Oh my god, he had another heart attack. Oh my god, oh my god." Like that was my thought. And then on TikTok, everybody was like, not everybody, it was like a couple of channels and they was like, "No, production unalived them, production unalived them." I'm like, "That's some bullshit." In my head, I'm like, that ain't happened. That ain't happened. And then somebody brought up the docket, the law, the charges, and that's when everybody's mouth dropped. That's when everybody's mouth dropped. It's so needed right now. I want to encourage you to continue to help those that want your help. I was happy to subscribe to the channel for mature. Thank you. I was still in shock. I think that's what it was. The second time yes, I was in shock. I was in shock and immediately thinking, "Oh my God, production. What did you do? What did y'all do?" Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I'm still curious about the police on the night of the incident and why there was no police report that asked, why didn't an officer, or maybe that's not public record, ask him what happened. He was still conscious, like Lips was still conscious, at the house, because he called the 911 too. But there's no record of that. Or to even say, who papaled you, who did it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe it's going to be a trial. I don't believe it's going to go to trial. At least it ain't going to be no trial with this lawyer. Trust me. Ugh. I don't see it being a trial. They're not going to take it to trial. They're going to try to convince him to take a plea and see what happens. But y'all remember too, production was sick. Remember he had a stroke. So I don't know what his health is like right now. I'm sure it's not great. I'm sure it's not great. It's just terrible. It's just horrible. It's just a bad situation. And all anybody can do now is learn from it. But I think you're right. I think that the sector is grieving. I don't know. That would probably be nice if the brother maybe had I don't know. Like I said, like maybe, come out and talk to the Legion and have somebody talk to them. I don't know. I know people are hurting as a result of this. They want to know because I have combed through the internet. No police report, no articles, nothing. Almost like Lips was thrown away. There was one article that came out of Gwinnett County local paper. And it was two, maybe three paragraphs, probably two, just saying, what happened. But that was it. Thank you, Latrice, y'all. Please hit the like button. Thank you. I didn't release this call yet from the lawyer, and I've talked to this lawyer, productions lawyer, a couple of times. But I asked him, was he familiar with, because, of course, he refers to him as Cameron because that's his government name. But I said, "Are you familiar with Cameron's YouTube channel. Him and his husband, the deceased, had a very large YouTube channel, very big channel. I said they're very popular in the black mukbang sector and beyond. And he was like, "No, I didn't know that." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe you should look at the channel. You want the name?" This is me saying this to the attorney. He was like, "Mm-mm." He said, "Nah, I don't want it because you know what? I got 52 different murders. I got eight grapes to deal with. I'm exaggerating. He didn't say 52. I think he said 10. Murders. I got 52 grapes. I got this assault. That. My caseload. I think I did leave a piece of that in one of the videos. But he said, I ain't got time to take a piss. Mm-mm. I ain't got time to watch YouTube. And it was in that moment that I said, "Oh yeah, you're done. You're done up with this lawyer." God bless him. He sound like a nice man, but baby, public defenders don't have a budget to help you do shit. You cooked, in the words of the kids. You're cooked. I was like, damn, you could at least wrote the shit down. I'm like, you could at least wrote it down. Yeah, those damn public defenders don't give a damn and don't. A lot of them are just heartless. That's why a lot of people get away with stuff. And a lot of times, I mean, they are friends with the prosecutors. They're all friends. They might be at McDonald's deciding your life, bro. What you think? What you want to do? All right, let's come up with a plea bar. No, they're all in bed together, all of them. So if your attorney already got a bunch, and I'm just it's a very brown county. It's given brown. Go look at their mug shots that they post, and for some reason they won't. I don't know if his is posted because I haven't been over to look at it, but they look at they mug shots. It's they black and brown and Hispanic mostly. So now you got all of and then if you go look at their prosecutors and their defense attorneys, white men. Yep, yep. So yes. So the chances of him having a trial, because like you said, like we weren't there, right? So we don't know what happened. You know, things happen. We don't know. So yeah. But if you are being accused of something, you want to be able to tell your side of the story. You want to be able to tell the people your side of the story. And if you are forced into taking a plea bargain, or they get you in a room and it's like, look, if you go to court and you waste the court's time, we gonna get you gonna get life plus life on top of life and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So then once you hear that and they be like, and look at the evidence, you gonna oh, so you could take a plea bargain, do 20 with a chance of parole, which I looked up the statistics of this county, and that is what most people go for, is the 2025 with a chance of parole. So that's probably what it's going to be. We really don't. But I wish Lips would have just left. I wish either of them would have left. 100%. Doing through productions page, I realized that there was a lot of mental instability with him. Yes, it's his Facebook page, and then he wasn't on that for the last couple of years. He wasn't even on that. I mean, I could imagine what his state of mind is right now, especially when he, didn't even get a chance to. to have a bond hearing. So, and then in the state of Georgia, the case is going to go in front of a grand jury. So I know in Jersey, we have grand jury jurors. Like you get called to do grand jury. And when you get called to do grand jury, the defendant is there during that process. In Georgia, it's a secret process. This is how the his production's attorney explained to me. He said it's a secret process. I said secret. He said, "Yeah, I don't even know when it's gonna be." So then the grand jury will be presented to this evidence, and then they make a decision if it's going to go to if they're going to pursue it, either go to trial or offer the defendant a plea bargain. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't study law, none of that. I'm just remembering what he told me. Plus, I watch a lot of Judge Judy and all of them, and all them other shows. So what he was saying, it made sense. But I have known a few gay relationships that ended in murder. Men and women. I'm from San Francisco. It happens quite a bit. Let's start with the drugs and alcohol. They said it was, from what we read in the police report, the officer said there were open bottles of alcohol. And then, for whatever reason, there were bullets, according to the officer, on the table, or something like that. He said that there were bullets on the table. Now, this is all public information. But yeah, there were like bullets on the table. Child, I don't know. You get drunk. Oh, I don't never want to be that drunk. Oh my God. Same thing with the dude, the husband that unalived his wife. In the live, he was drinking brown liquor right out the bottle. And she was steady antagonizing him, yapping, yapping, yapping. You shut up. You got herpes. I got herpes. Fuck it. I fucked them. This is this lady. It was so disgusting. I have it on my other channel. Psychology Eats the Backup. It was so ridiculous. But I'm going to also react to that guy's brother. But it was just ridiculous. But yeah, some people tussle. They tussle, and then they make up and they lovey dovey, and that's why it's not like you can't get in the middle of people relationships, because all you can do is offer some advice, and that's it. How many times we've heard stories of people trying to break up. A man beats on his wife, and then her brother come and try to break it up, and then next thing you know, they get back together, and now they ready to fight the brother. Stupid shit like that. And I had to turn it off because she kept running her mouth. Her voice was so annoying to me. God rest her soul. And she knew that man was a straight. Why are you playing with fire? This man has beat you, tussled with you, stalked you. What was wrong? I don't have a diagnosis for her besides ridiculous. Why? Why was you provoking a dummy like a nutcase? Thank you. Why? Did you think that man was? But y'all, how did he do it? How did he do it, y'all? Because all I saw at the end of the video was he rushed her and her phone fell. I didn't hear a pow. How did he do it? And I've been in everybody who's talking about this in their comment section. Like, is someone going to tell me how he did it? You think it was because he was chopping up stuff for his lasagna. But I would think if he used the knife, we would have heard her scream. How he do it, y'all? And then how'd he do himself? I don't know. It must have been a pow pow. Meanwhile, he a whole felon with a gun. Just did y'all see them pictures that they posted of them too? They had did a photo. Girl, that man looked cuckoo in the photo shoot. Girl, that dog. I know that dog went to running wherever, whatever he did. That dog was barking like late. The dog was trying to tell her to shut the f up. You know what he did to you the last time. Mm. Now her kids got to live without their mom. Just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Leave. Damn, leave. You know, because you're not going to be able to turn back the hands of time. You get stupid prizes. Oh, she was annoying. Oh, Lord, forgive me. Mm. And that's what a lot of people are saying in the comment section. And I know we can't blame the victim. I don't care how annoying she was, how much she poked him, all of the things. She did not deserve to be executed in the way that he did. Period. I ain't trusting nobody with gold teeth and look like they straight out the motherland. Girl, the whole family. And then Latrice, the brother, one of his brothers said that the other brother is serving a life sentence because he unalived their sister's boyfriend. Whole family violent. Whole family violent. And then I told on another live, that brother told us if he hear anything that any of us got to say negative about his brother, he gonna unalive us too. Whole family violent. Whole family violent. And then I guess they said too, like that the man's first baby mama had warned her that he was a beater. Cause she kept saying, he a man, he a woman beater, he a woman beater. And he was like, no, I'm a bitch beater. That's what I am. Like, ew. Ugly. Ugh. Mm. Now you know when you from a small town like they from, everybody know. Now I don't know their last name, I forget. First of all, he had the most girliest name. But anyway, everybody know, like everybody, if you grow up in a small city or even in a city, like on a block, and you know like the Jones kids is crazy, they mama was crazy, they dad was crazy, they don't have no home training, they fight, kill, steal. Like everybody know don't mess with the Joneses. The only time they get play is when they go out of town and people don't know them. But in the town, everybody knew him as being. He wasn't really from there, from what I could understand, but people knew he was a cuckoo bird. People knew he was a nut. He's the type to show up at your job just going off. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. I don't know if he knew he was going that far. Damn. Well, he said you about to die. She's like, I got to die for that. And the town knew that this boy was full, but she was too. Yes, they played too much in each other's face. And who wanted either one of them? They had herpes. Oh my God, what they said about each other in that live was unbelievable. And she was steady with a smile on her face, laughing like it was a joke. This man is cuckoo. Oh well. Oh well. And she wasn't no ugly girl. She was a nice looking girl, lady. They didn't have a problem with spreading herpes around. Oh, sure didn't. Sure didn't. Mm-mm. She said she had bumps all over her booty hole and he licked them, child. I said, what? Yep. Again, somebody who doesn't have an embarrassing bone in their body. And sometimes I recall and think about, remember the young mom, she had about 4, 5 kids, and her man was steady cheating on her. And one night he came home And she said, "You cheating on me again. You cheating on me again." And she had a gun. She pulled a gun on him, and it went off. And, he was unalive right on the live. On that live, they showed it. I seen that footage where you heard it, the gun, and then you see him drop. And then she's screaming. Her mother was in the house. And they both screaming. She's screaming, and she runs out the house, screaming and crying, da da da. Yep, she got a life sentence for that one. Yeah. I'm just looking at her like, what? It's funny. And I think sometimes you have that. I think she wanted to keep the smile on her face as a barrier to keep him calm or not match his anger because that could make him more angry. And so I understood the smile as that. Like if I, like, nah, John, like trying to make light of it so that he didn't go off the edge. Because she's probably done it the other way where she trying to match his energy and be mad and he just really explodes. I think that was part of that smile. And I think that's how people can misread a victim because as a victim, from what I understand, you're going to do whatever you think you need to do because victims will tell you they get to know the triggers of the abuser. Although sometimes that doesn't work because they just go off about anything. You know what I mean? So let's also throw in the Napoleon syndrome. Was he little? Oh Lord, that too. So I think part of what she was doing and what we don't understand is that she was doing what has worked in the past to keep him from going crazy. So the smiling, like the touch his shoulder, like I'm watching all that body language with her in her attempt to make it not go left. Yes, indeed, she was at least 2 feet taller than him. Oh God, what did she say in his crispy hands? So I think that's what that was about. You know. And it's nothing you can do for these abusers. You think, these, women try, well, if I make a nice dinner, if I do this and the third, if I have the kids quiet, if I buy them stuff, it doesn't matter about any of that. Anything can trigger the anger and the assault will happen. You can be nice and sweet as sugar all day long. And then when it's time to go to bed, he talking about, I know you've been unking somebody. Just dumb shit. Just dumb shit. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I was listening to Krishan Rock and Blueface. Blueface is an abuser. And he's, a manipulator. And he's manipulating her from prison, like a lot of men do. And it's just sad. It's just so sad because she wants him to be normal, and he can never be normal. He is a damaged, abusive man, and you can't fix it. Once somebody's 25 and their brain is fully developed, they have their adult brain is fully developed, the personality is fully developed. That is just who they are, and it takes them to say, "I want to change this about myself," but nobody else can get you to change a part of what your personality is. Some people's personality, they are liars. They're untruthful. They don't trust. And that's just what it is. When he cut the live off the first time, he didn't have to come back starting up again. Of course he didn't. But his brain was already wired to just keep going. And that liquor, that brown liquor he was drinking didn't help. So that told him keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. The best thing she could have did was left. The kids weren't there from what I can tell. She should have left. But it doesn't mean it wouldn't have happened another time because you can't control the abuser. They have no control. So you damn sure ain't going to control them. She wasn't antagonizing him 100% and making fun of his mental health history, feeling sorry for her, even though she definitely didn't deserve what happened to her. Yeah, you taking them big old pills for your mental. Girl, who do you think you was playing with? Who? Who? Who do you think you were playing with? This man already showed you that he would pop you. He told us I beat her for 3 hours, and you proud of that? You should have been in prison. She ran out the house naked and drove to the police station. She knew what he was about. She put her sneakers on. Let me put my sneakers on in case I gotta run. What is the turn on about that? It was given you like this kind of foolishness in some way. Hi, Barbara. She was definitely poking him, poking, poking, poking. And again, we don't want to blame the victim. But damn, if I know I got a nasty, no good ass man, I'm not going to sit there and keep poking and poking and poking. Especially when I know I can't beat your ass. I don't think she really believed that a person honestly thinks someone is going up to. I know. But he's beat her before. Like, why would I even want that? Okay, I know he ain't gonna kill me. I don't feel like he gonna kill me, but I ain't trying to get no black eye. She liked all that drama. She was drama. She was a drama queen. She was, and there is psychology behind that. It ain't no name. I can't think of a name to put it on, but the when you look at the cycle of abuse, for some victims, the beating is the bad part, but the makeup part is what they want and desire. So after they go through a horrible, he beat her up, then it's that makeup honeymoon, he loves me, I forgive him cycle. And it just continues to do that. But and then think about the children that were in the house and what they watched and what they learned and what they experienced. It was as bad. It's just bad. That's why that's considered neglect. Families, parents fighting in front of their children, it can cause them to lose custody of their kids. And children and youth as a case against them if the children are watching that type of abuse in the household. Did y'all see that content creator who lost her kids? It was on TikTok. I guess she used to post content and she claimed it was like fake stuff. But of course, these people gonna call them people on you. And they came in and took her kids on live. And the little boy, um, hi Rodriguez. And the little boy, her little son said, "Get the fuck out of here." I said, that was enough right there. Child. Look, child. I didn't know her channel or anything like that, but I said this before too. If I had minor children, I would not be on. I would not be a content creator who showed my kids. I would not. These people too grimy. Hell no. And I know people making tons of money off their kid content and all that, but nah. And I said that about Peach in many videos. Like, you going to keep playing with that situation. And it's going to be a judge that's going to say, y'all gave her all these services. You offered the services, right? You offered. That's why that man went down that list. All that's going to be used in court. Do you want counseling? Do you want services for your autistic child? Do you want this? Do you want that? Deny, 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 deny. They're going to take all of that to court in front of the judge. And they're going to say, "Hey, Cheryl." And they're going to say, "Judge, we offered all these things and the family denied it." So, They just be building a case, building a case, building a case. So I wouldn't play with children and youth like that at all, at all. And I damn sure wouldn't have no cameras in my kid's face, especially the kind of content that she made. Never, never. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. Your kids get pulled from you, that's automatic trauma. Automatic trauma. And I don't care if they're gone for 2 days or three, but a large family like that and as much manpower that will go into pulling them. Yes, you did, Teresa. As much manpower that will go into pulling them, the county gonna hold on as long as they can. Like shit, we don't have to call 5, 10, 20 different foster homes. We had to do this. We had to do that. You ain't gonna see them for at least 60 days. Clout chasing and making a fool out of yourself, embarrassing your family is funny until it's not funny. And it ain't going to be funny no more. You can't do nothing like that, and life is going to give you roses and slices of oranges to put in your tub. You're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that. Right now, we back on Peach. We was talking about the couple that, the husband that unalives himself. We was back on that again. But yeah, you gotta pay for that. You definitely gotta pay for that. I hope it's not paid for through that through her losing her kids. But you playing a dangerous game. I don't play with children and youth. I've worked with many clients who had open cases with them, and I would say don't play with them people. Don't play with them people. Don't think them people your friends. They're not. They're your kids' friends. They're for the kids, not for you. They're for the kids. She ain't do nothing. I just been clowning her in that bathtub scene. That's it. I just been clowning her with that bathtub scene. Oh no, she Pete put out a video that Gregory McKay is not Woods, and then people ran with that, and then they found an old video. Mo found an old video saying that she said that it was Woods. Child, some bullshit. I feel like she want her kids. I feel like she don't want her kid. Well, you know what it is. She the type of mom. If Tracy was a punk, she would drop him off with Tracy for multiple days and come and get him when she came and got him. Posted about that in the last few shorts. Yeah, it's corny, but it's the end of the month, and you got to run it up at this time. Because plus she get hyper because we about to YouTube is gonna pay in a few days, the 21st. So she get real hyper, and you know. So and then you got to get you. This is like a start all over again. Like what is it? The fourth, the first, or third, or something. It's a reset on the month. So right now, everybody going crazy, trying to put in their last few. You saw me. I dropped 3 videos. Dropping videos and whatnot. Well, I mean, I think because, something is wrong with her with all that spending. It's like giving a 15-year-old bipolar person or a 15-year-old in general, with just a 15-year-old, because I told you her mindset is 15, giving them $10,000. What you think they're going to do? Spend it like crazy. And that's her mindset. It's not, she does go through phases where she want to put money up for her kids and be an adult, but that doesn't last long. God bless her. It just doesn't last long. She's wasted a lot of money shopping for shit she don't, just shopping for dumb shit. Literally shopping for dumb shit. Who needs most of that Bath and Body Works? Who? That shit, you're not even going to use all that. You're not going to use it. She's just not going to use it. I went over to Tracy's. Tracy had an operation, but I ain't stay long enough to find out what had happened. But she on crutches. Tracy on crutches, y'all. I don't know what happened to Tracy. Maybe her ankle went out. I don't know. Nobody's going to use all of that. Who's got a dresser that can hold all that shit and then collect dust all around it? In the video I did with the beat with the scene I did for when I was clowning Peach's bathtub, and I put them 5 bottles of Bath and Body Works in my bathtub. You know how long I had that shit? I got one right here, girl. Shall buy. And I almost went today. I said, "Ooh, they having a sale, girl. You don't need no more of that shit." Ooh. Plus, I got this the viral one that's out now on TikTok, the Yara, Yara, something like that. Oh, that smells good. I'm selling that on TikTok. It's behind there, but I don't feel like going to get it. It's right over there. I'm getting ready to finish my dinner. You just eating dinner. So have a good night, and please keep putting out the content. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, you in California, so you 3 hours behind us, right? All right, I will. Thanks for stopping by. I forgot all about Bath and Body Works until Peaches started posting about child. Yeah, you know how once a year or so they start selling all of these for I think it's $2.98. This one smells good. For $2.98 or something like that. So she went in there and bought all of them. Girl, I had to take mine and put it in a cupboard where it wouldn't collect dust. Good night, Barbara, because I had too many of them. Too many of them. And I know somebody, a friend of mine, she's got, let's say she's got her in her bathroom, fill up every shelf. That's all her bath and bodies. The candles, the sprays, the lotion, the sets. And I got a lot of sets too because anytime I go on vacation, I always go get a new set. The mini travel ones. Did you see Q spazzing out on her subscribers on the couples channel? Did you see that big ass wig she had on? My husband, I've been told everybody that Q was slow. My husband wanted me to wear this wig. Q, that man is using you. He had already told her he couldn't pay his bills. You don't think she's sending that money over there to pay that rent? Soon as she get enough checks, she gonna be going right back over there, girl. And honey, I think y'all president just put that Nigeria, is it Nigeria, on the list of y'all don't even ask, you ain't coming here type shit. So that man ain't never coming here unless he go through Canada. He don't even know how to be slick about the shit. Boy, all you gotta do is get to Canada. Let me shut up. Yes, that wig is crazy. Something is wrong with her. Something wrong with her. He already told us she is mentally not. Well, she's not. She the type that after you do it, she just be laying there crying and shit. Ah! And you like, what is wrong with you? I don't know. Told us that she's broke. She don't post like that. Look at her views. Them big checks, like them big checks is not checking like they used to. She's probably making at least 5 to 7 a month, maybe. But them 10,000, 20, and all that them big ass checks she was getting back in the day, she done ran through all that shit, allegedly, in my mind. We can all count the views and see what you doing. No, hell no, she ain't making the money she did. She gonna lose more than that. And then I got the nerve to be trying to pop off on people. Girl, what is you popping off for? Everybody's just giving you advice, honey. I stopped. I never fucked with her, but especially after when she lied on Be Love. But also when she was in Bermuda or Barbados and wouldn't tell people what was up. Like, what's up? Like, why is your husband can't come? So then we just all start making videos clowning her ass. She's silly. I can't do. I never could do her, and that's fine. But that wig today, baby. My husband told me to wear this wig. Girl, boo. Girl, boo. Shit is silly. Who is this? He gave her HIV and he didn't know he had it. Oh, I gotta watch that. Um, I've been into prison videos, people who got out of prison, but then they tell their stories of different things that happened. Joe Baker is one of my favorites, and his father is doing life in prison. I posted his father, his father trying to get 10,000 subscribers, but his father is a really good storyteller, and so he tells like different stories and shit like that. And then Joe Baker, he's also a good storyteller. Yeah, but I be all in their business. I be like, what happened? Ooh, what happened when you went to that? Yep, they tell stories like that. But anywho, I've been on here long enough. Well, y'all know I'm off for the summer, so you'll see me again. I don't know. We'll be yapping about something. I'm a little hungry right now. Let me go see if I find a snack. All right, y'all. Good night. Bye. I'm mad I came in late. Ooh, girl, I know. I'm deepy. I'll be going live every day. I'm in Yo Yo Streamer Studio. Wait a minute, what we call it? Yo Yo Streamer University. I made a commitment that I'm gonna go live every day for the month of June. I only miss maybe like 7 days, so I gotta go live every day, every day. I'm supposed to do it for 2 hours, but I can't do that. But yes, tomorrow I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I'll be live tomorrow. All right, guys. Good night. Look at my finger.